hi? You can greet the people.
Greet the people. It's your thing. You should
Okay.
introduce me.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. This week was our 4-year anniversary, 4-year wedding anniversary. So David promised he would do a Q&A with me because I begged him. Did I beg you?
You did not beg me. You asked me once. I said, sure.
He willingly did a Q&A, and this is fulfilling my dream of having a podcast together. So this is my pretend little podcast. Do you want to get right into it, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's just get right into it. Let me see.
So I will ask you a question. I'm the interviewer today.
Being interviewed, I thought we were just answering questions.
I'm the interviewer though. I'm hosting the questions.
Okay.
So I asked a Q&A on Instagram. I did a little poll, a little box, and literally every question was, what's your timeline? How did you meet? All that type of stuff. So let's do that. How did you meet / love story / timeline? And I want you to answer this one.
We met because, how do I explain it? So I was homeschooled, and at the time my little sister was in kindergarten. She was going to public school, and my mom would help out with the class sometimes, and I would just go into the class. And I guess we
just
met.
joined kindergarten.
I was in like 3rd grade homeschool when my sister was going to kindergarten, and I would go into the classroom and just, while my mom was helping, I would just do homework. And I guess we met then.
I guess. I don't remember you all then. I remember your sister, but I don't remember. Fun fact, I remember asking Faith to be my friend because I went home. I had some really mean little friends in kindergarten. Like, how does drama start in kindergarten? Like, girls would be like, you can't be my friend because you didn't color your tea the same color as us, or something. Like, I literally remember that example like it was yesterday. So I would go home and like tell my mom what these girls would say, and she'd be like, ask Faith Daniels to be your friend. She needs a friend too. Say, hi, do you want to be my friend? So the next day in the library, I remember asking her to be my friend. She does not remember me asking her to be her friend, but I remember that like it was yesterday. But we've been...
my parents, who were pastors, they met your grandparents, who were also pastors when they moved.
When they moved to where we lived.
when they moved here.
Our parents, like my dad and his parents moved. So my dad and my dad's parents and his parents moved to where we live now the same year. Like, God just called them. God called my grandparents and my dad and my aunt to where we live now in 1984, and then the military brought your family here in 1984. And then my mom moved here in 1985, and then it's just crazy that everyone was not from here but congregated here the same little time frame.
Yeah. That's
crazy to me. Okay, but go on. How did we... So our timeline. Our love story.
Okay, so when was it? In 2011, I think I started going to parents' church.
Well, I remember you in Bible club that one time when I was a freshman.
Like, I remember seeing you around in high school, but
you were just Faith's brother. You weren't anybody to me.
And I didn't really know you.
Yeah.
Because we were 3 years apart, so I was a senior and you guys were freshmen.
Yeah. Did you know Travis growing up?
I remember him from some of the summer activities.
Yeah.
Like, when we were really young. Like, I remember him. I remember the name Travis Nichols. And I knew Nichols because you guys' church.
Yeah. So you knew us. We were mainly church friends then.
But we never interacted. But I knew you guys had a church in Rome. But then after I graduated, I think I started going in the fall. So not during the summer, it was in the fall. The first time I went was on a Wednesday night. Oh, to my parents' church, what you're talking about? Yes.
Yeah. To my family's church. You came like regularly. Weren't you pretty consistent like every Wednesday? It seemed like that back then.
I went for like a few weeks, or maybe it might have been a couple months,
Yeah.
just by myself. And then for some reason I stopped going, but then Faith started going by
With
herself.
me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And Faith came with me a couple of times, so we quit saying I'm trying not to like say details. I mean, it's not hard to figure out, but Faith would. My dad started a college ministry in 2012, or the fall of 2011, and Faith and I were in trig class together, and I was trying to like make her my friend again because we didn't have a class from kindergarten until junior year. But even I always thought of her like as my friend, like we knew each other and we were friendly. And so during trig, I like had her sit next to me, and I was like, I need your number. She was like terrible at texting because she didn't have a smartphone. That was back when you had like little signatures on the bottom of your text. You had a text signature, and I'd say like, you should come to the college ministry with me. Like my dad's driving, you can ride with me and my dad. And she would come a lot of time with me, like pretty often, not every Monday, but pretty often. And then
She went to your guys' Christmas thing. I didn't go to that. I remember.
what Christmas thing? Like the Christmas party?
Yeah, Christmas party.
Yeah. I would like try to invite her often because I really wanted her to be my friend because I just knew we were like meant to be friends. And I liked that I have quite a few friends who are kind of quiet, and I like hope that they like me, so I would just like keep inviting them to things that I wanted to like I wanted them to like me, I guess. So I don't know.
She used my
No, I did not like you back then.
Faith to get to me.
No, that's not true. But so then, wait, you're supposed to answer the question still.
I am answering the question.
Okay, so
it was 2011.
Yes.
And then like I stopped going for a little while, and
so
then
when did? Oh, sorry, keep going.
And then me and Faith started going together. Like,
was that like February?
It was probably like, again in 2012.
Oh, okay.
Because and then comes summertime, we went to Summerfest and we drove down with your dad.
Yeah, to my grandparents' church. Yeah.
We rode in the van with your dad and
that's fun.
Ryan and who else was in the van?
Probably Taylor, Cameron.
Scott, Taylor. No, Cameron was in the van.
Oh, Scott Duck.
Yeah.
That's a fun van. That's a fun group.
That was our first time going to Summerfest.
Yeah. That was like pre-Michelle, pre-me hanging out with Michelle. And then a little while after that, I don't even know how Michelle and I started hanging out more.
Then Michelle started coming on Wednesday nights after the Albany Generation Conference. Okay,
is that when Michelle, she moved home way before that though, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like at that point, like after the Generation Conference that she went to, this doesn't make sense to them. They don't know what Generation Conference is. But
church conferences.
Yeah, we had like a church conference every fall and at that one is when I remember meeting Michelle there, because I like in my mind Faith only had you. It was just like you and Faith, but Faith had 2 older siblings besides David. But then Michelle joined the picture, and she would kind of join with me, and Faith would hang out. And if I came over to hang out with Faith, David would just go upstairs and avoid me.
I don't want to hang out with all girls. So go upstairs, play video games.
Yeah.
Or play my guitar or something.
So this is like 2013, right? At this point. And
wait, when did you guys have Winterfest for the first time?
That was like 2012.
Okay, so she started going after that.
Okay.
But did you guys meet her before then?
I met her at the Albany conference.
And that was before Winterfest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was like a sophomore at the Albany one.
Was it that fall? And then you guys had Winterfest?
I was like, I think I was a junior when we had the first Winterfest. The Albany conference, I was a sophomore.
Okay.
But
so she didn't start coming until after Winterfest.
I think I was a junior then. So that was 2012, like winter of 2012.
You had a whole little crew.
Yeah. You guys did have a whole little crew, like Ben came, Alana. So for like my side, after Faith and I both graduated in 2013, we both went to our local community college. So Faith would ride with me because she needed a ride. I was I wanted someone with me anyway, so I was bringing her happily. And then Faith left me and went to Virginia. And I took a year off of school. Well, you're supposed to be interested. I'm sorry. Do you want us both to answer?
I think it's good to get both sides.
Yeah. I took a year off of school. So I graduated with my associates and then took a year off. And then you took a few years.
I was out of school.
David also went to the same community college.
I went to community college. I was there for 2 years.
Graduated.
3 years, actually.
Okay.
Because my 3rd year, I took 1 class in the fall. And then 1 class in the spring.
Okay.
And then when I was done,
graduated.
Then I graduated, and that was 2013.
Okay, that makes sense. So that was the same year that me and Faith graduated. So you and Travis graduated at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I remember that. There's actually a picture from Travis's little graduation party where a bunch of us are on the couch and me and David are next to each other on the couch, but we were like not even talking at all then. But so then 2013, so then Faith and I both graduated in 2015. So whatever, but I took a year off and he took...
I didn't go back to school until 2016.
So we both, like our gap time like lined up. So when we went back to the same college, not the community college, but we both went back to a different local college at the same time. So our time off lined up where we went back to college the same year. And since I was already bringing Faith before, I was like, we should just ride together.
No,
How did we start talking? I don't remember how we started chatting more.
Was it, whose birthday party was it?
Cameron.
It was Cameron's birthday
At
party?
church, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, my cousin Cameron's birthday.
So, it was a birthday party.
I just broke up with my ex-boyfriend like days before.
It was a birthday party, and somehow we're talking, and we both...
Oh, yes!
We both figured out that we were going to college that fall coming up.
I remember being in line, yes, like getting food, and we were like, oh, I'm going this fall too.
Yes, and then...
we both were going to Accepted Students Day.
Accepted Students Day was coming up.
Yes.
And I was like, we should just ride out together.
Oh, you said that?
I said that.
Slick. I didn't realize you said that.
But that was just because I didn't want to go by myself. I didn't like you. I thought it'd be nice to have a friend in college.
Yeah, that's true. I felt the same way. But you know how girls are always like, ooh, my friend's older brother. I didn't like you then either, but...
Just make that clear.
I did not like you at all. That's so funny. So we had Accepted Students Day in April, and then we went to Boston in May that same year.
For Michelle's birthday.
Yeah, so for Michelle's birthday, we spent the weekend in Boston.
Not the weekend, it was...
Or a day.
We spent a few hours in Boston.
Okay, is it the word notorious? I feel like every trip I've like planned for friends, I just say, let's go do this, and then we never make an itinerary. This happened for New York too, with Amaranda.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just like go and like...
Just like walk around aimlessly.
It would have been way better if we like made a plan, and I'm just terrible at planning, so... But I mean, I got us there, but...
We met up with my friend, Josh, who was graduating college that year.
Oh yeah, and we met up with Michelle's friend, because she was in Boston at the time. Yep. So we were just following Michelle's friend, because it was Michelle's birthday, so it wasn't really like our trip to plan anyways.
Yeah.
So we basically just like went there, went to the market.
We left.
Got lunch.
We left home late. We got there.
Yeah, we left wicked late. I forgot about that.
We spent more time in the car than we did in Boston.
Yes, that's true. But the reason we bring that up is because it was literally just me, his sisters, and him in the car. Like, that's why we bring up that trip. And then we met up with Michelle's best friend from college. And she was like, do you remember what she said? She was like, and you two are married?
She just thought that I was my older brother and that Abby was my wife at the time. But
she takes credit for us. Did you know that?
I think Michelle told me.
Yeah. So, and I remember thinking when she said that, like, I remember having the thought, like, how funny would it be if we like, ended up together and she just said that? But you probably weren't thinking that at all. But I remember thinking that, and then I remember that, so...
Oh, then you went to Florida that summer.
Yeah, but before then, we were snapping. That was when Snapchat was really big. Like, I mean, it still is big, but Snapchat just came out.
Wait, was Boston before Accepted Students Day?
No, it was after. It was like exactly a month after.
Okay.
So I remember, so Accepted Students Day, we rode together in the car there.
It was before.
This I meant is before, is April.
It was a month before.
I meant to say before, I didn't mean to say after. But we rode together, so backing up to Accepted Students Day, we rode together in the car. He rode with me in my gray Prius. We went to Accepted Students Day. We took a picture with the little mascot. We did our thing. And then we, like, cause we had to go separate ways at one point, right? Like, didn't I go to the math wing?
Yeah.
And then we met back up. And then we went to Moe's. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Moe's is like our thing for the longest time.
We didn't want to eat the cafeteria.
I think we did eat a little bit at the cafeteria. Wasn't there like a slice of pizza or something we had?
Or something, I don't remember.
I think I secretly wanted to hang out more to catch a vibe, because I was crazy. But you didn't like me at all. But we went to Moe's and then drove home. And then the next month was the Boston trip. And so that's May. And then at this point, after the Boston trip, we were like snapping a lot, right? Like, weren't we chit-chatting? And
I think so.
I remember you were still on your parents' plan, and your data went like, used up all the data.
That was back when people had shared data.
Well, people still have we have shared data.
We have unlimited.
After a certain point, it slows down.
Yeah, but
you had a limit back then.
Yeah, and if you went over, it was like extra money.
Because we weren't texting. We were literally just chatting on Snapchat. So it was like taking up data constantly. But I remember telling my cousin that like we were talking on there. And I remember showing her like, because you know how you expect the conversation to just kind of end. And he would be like, so how was your day? Or so how was this? Or did you ever, like he would like remember what we had talked about previously. And he would like bring it up and like keep the conversation going. So she was like, he definitely likes you. And I was like, I don't think so. I think he's just chatting. And you didn't like me then, right?
Then, no.
You were really just trying to be better friends.
Yeah.
Because we were going to be hanging out at school. But I remember, so that July, I went to see my best friend in Florida. And you know how girls, I feel like, maybe it's not polite to say girls are like that, but this is probably incorrect. But I know me and my friends, I know me and my friends, like that friend specifically, we were always talking about like, oh, I don't know if he's the one, or like always just talking about marriage constantly. Like classic little Christian girls just wanting to get married. And I remember like laying there and like laying at night like chatting, because we would stay up and talk, and because we only saw each other for like a weekend at a time if we got together. And I remember being like, oh, I could see myself marrying David Daniels. But we weren't even like talking. That was just like crazy of me to say. Like we were literally insane. So that's July, and we were chatting then. We would chat on Snapchat for forever, and then school started August. We rode together.
And
Yeah.
then I didn't have one of my books for class.
Oh wait.
Because we got assigned homework.
Yes.
I didn't have my book.
But I talked you into taking my class, because we were taking the same class at different times. And I said, change your class to mine, and you did.
Oh yeah, yeah. To the same time.
Yeah, so we could be in class
teacher.
together. So, oh yeah, you came and got a book from me. We went to Friendly's that first day.
No, let me tell my story.
Okay, tell your story.
I picked up the book, and then as I was leaving, I had the thought, I was like, this could turn into something.
Just because I brought you a book?
No, it just popped into my head when I was like, after I got the book and I was in my car, and I don't know, I just had that thought. And then I was like, let's see where this goes, like to myself.
Yeah. And I was obviously already thinking this could be something. Well, in my defense, my mom.
This could be
the start of something new. My mom has voted for David since day one. No matter who I liked or who I was thinking, mom was always voting for David. My mom would be like, what about David? Every time I said anything about a boy, ever. What about David? David Daniels. Which is so funny. At this point, we're riding together to school.
She's making me coffee.
I'm bringing him chai latte. I brought this nasty chai drink that I literally could not finish because it was so gross. And he drank it all.
I didn't think it was bad.
Oh, I thought you just drank it because you liked me. You brought me coffee too though. You used to go to Dunkin' and get me coffee. Remember? To my art class.
Oh yeah.
And
she brought me molds when I was working.
Oh yeah.
At Rite Aid.
Yeah. I remember that. I brought him Moe's, and I remember he worked in the pharmacy, and everyone who was in the pharmacy just stopped when I said, "Oh, is David here?" And they all just looked at me and smiled. And I was so embarrassed. Brought me coffee. We would meet up every Monday and do homework at Dunkin'. We would stay. That was back when closed. That was back when Dunkin' was open till midnight, and we would literally stay at Dunkin' until midnight every Monday.
Monday after practice.
Yeah, because I had worship practice, and we'd go meet up at Dunkin' after worship practice.
We didn't answer any questions.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm trying to say. That's literally one question. When did you know that you loved me?
After we went to Applebee's that one time.
I thought you said, wait, Applebee's?
I don't remember.
You told me you knew you loved me when you went to visit your brother.
Yes.
Thanksgiving time.
Yes, that's true.
Is that true?
That is
or because the time you're talking about is March.
Yeah.
But I thought it was around Thanksgiving.
Because I missed you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I love her. Because I was missing you. And that was just a miserable trip. But we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. But
no, I had a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was missing you, and I was like,
yeah. So at this point, because we went on one date in October, right? We didn't talk about that. We went on one date in October, and then from like October until March, we never really talked about liking each other, right? So in October, we went on our first date. A week before that, I'd gotten in the car accident, right? It wasn't like exactly the week before.
Before the date?
Yeah, it was like 10 days before the date or something like that. But I had gotten rear-ended on the way to college, and he was in front of me. And I called him, and I was like, I got rear-ended. My mom's gonna come get me. And then I called my mom. My mom couldn't leave what she was doing right then and there. She was gonna be a little bit. And I was like, well, David was in front of me. And she's like, well, maybe you could call him and have him come get you. So then I called David, and he was like, what did you say? He said something like, he said it in a sweet way. You're like, I'm already turned around or something like that. I was like, actually, can you come get me? Because I remember I told him on the phone I got rear-ended, and he was like, do you want me to come back? And I was like, no, I'm fine. And my mom's coming. And then I called him back, and he was like, I already turned around. I'm already almost there. So then he saved me from my wreck. He rescued me from the scene. And then he skipped class, and we went to get coffee, and then he brought me home. Then he went back out to school. I missed my pop quiz. Remember, she wouldn't let me make that up? That's terrible. But that day I knew he was already like special to me, because just like how sweet you were when you came and got me, and it felt like I could tell you had my back then, you know what I mean? And then that was when we talked on the phone the first time. It was that week.
Was it that night?
It was like the next night, because I went to
Walmart.
The first time I remember I was like sore, but I was on the phone.
The first time I ever talked to someone on the phone for, what was it, like 3 hours?
Yeah, something crazy like that.
Almost 4 hours.
Yeah, late into the night.
Yeah.
But well, before that, you stayed up texting me. So I was like, he has to like me, because he stayed up texting me when I was doing homework, and you had nothing to do. You were just up.
Yeah, but not till like, it wasn't that long though.
It was like till 2, 1 or 2. But the phone call was up to like 3, like 2 or 3, I think.
I think it was later than that.
Oh, really? Oh, we used to talk on the phone all the time. But so then we'd had a conversation where I was like, I'm just not ready yet. Like so we had a first date, and then it was like the next weekend, I think. I said, we need to talk. I texted him, I said, we need to talk. Did you just tell Ben that we were talking, and then that same day you're like, I don't know?
I don't think I told anyone.
I thought you said you told Ben, and then you just said, I don't know, dude, she just said we need to talk or something like that.
I was with Josh.
Oh.
When he texted me, and we were talking. Me and Josh were talking, I was telling him about, like, our date and whatnot. And then you text me, we need to talk.
The classic, like, doomsday text.
I was like, are you serious?
But nothing really changed from that though. Like I remember being kind of sad, but we still kept talking as much as we did, basically, besides like a couple days, right?
I think like we didn't ride together for like a week or something.
Really?
Maybe it might have been less than a week.
No, well, there was one day of the week that we didn't ride together anyways. I think we still just rode together.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. We drove separate for real? That's sad.
Yeah, it might have been just like a week or something. And they were like, this is stupid. We don't need to bring 2 cars.
Yeah, because we literally lived like a mile apart at the time. So I was like, we could still, and I would like find reasons to text you anyways.
Yeah, but I wasn't texting you.
Oh, yeah, that's sad. I don't like talking about that. But I just felt like it wasn't the right time. And I wanted to listen to like that gut feeling, but I also knew he was great. So I would try to text him anyways. And then we went from October till March, not talking about anything, but still like, we truly just got to know each other. We just hung out as friends, yeah. But we were more than just friends though. We were friends that liked each other, just didn't say anything. But we were friends.
Yeah.
On paper we were friends, but I was like trying to stand close to you all the time and like
always kicking me.
I was like kicking you. I was like letting my foot touch his leg, or like he would bring me coffees. Like that was after that too. Like we'd get coffees for each other. We still met up on Mondays after that.
Yeah.
Like we literally went months. We spent Christmas time together, like on our breaks. We went to the mall, Christmas shopping for our families. We truly just like dated without any pressure, which was so nice. I needed that, I think. And then I remember my cousin, because one of my worries was that it felt too easy. Do you remember that? And my cousin was like, if it's the person you're supposed to be with, it's supposed to be easy. And I was like, wait, you're right. That's so silly, like so dumb that I would think like it's too easy. Okay, let's move on to the questions.
Wait, what was the last question?
When did you know you loved your partner?
Yeah, when I went to Oklahoma for Thanksgiving to visit my brother.
Yeah, so that was after like we need to cool it talk. It was like a month after.
Yeah. But
we were still talking, obviously. So yeah, that timeline of really not texting wasn't very long at all. It wasn't long. Like days, if that.
Let me pick a question.
No, because I'm hosting. Do you want to pick a question?
No, it's fine.
Oh wait, I didn't answer that though. When did I know I loved you?
When did you know you loved me?
I don't know. It wasn't really like a... Did I ever answer that question before? I feel like it wasn't really like a set moment. It just grew over time, kind of.
Yeah, that's what you said before.
Yeah. I just like felt very safe. And there were like little moments where I realized, wow, this is like so easy and fun. I never want this to end. But like, it wasn't like, oh, I think I'm in love with him. Boom. I could like see the love you had for me in your eyes by the way you looked at me. So I think I just like felt loved and felt it back, and I don't know. The next one says, was it about your relationship that you love? What is one thing about your relationship that you love?
Just how easy everything is.
Yeah, everything is so easy.
Yeah. You don't have to like force anything. Just everything's so just very natural.
Yeah, we have a good time all the time.
Yeah.
How did you know I was the one?
I didn't.
Oh, you don't believe in the one. How did you know you were gonna marry me?
When I decided that I wanted to.
Okay, forget it. I thought I'm your one. We talked about that.
Oh, I think that you were brought into my life, but I still had the choice. Like. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, that's true. And it's more romantic, I think, when you think of it that way, because you chose me.
Yeah.
Not just your forced one. What's one tip for diffusing a fight?
Laugh, make jokes.
That's true. When I wrote down that question, because some of these questions, I was looking for like more question ideas. And so I looked on Pinterest for like a couple Q&As, and I was thinking deeper. I usually, if we're fighting, I'm like genuinely mad to where I don't even want to, I feel like my shirt's like keeps messing up, where I don't even like want to laugh at your joke. I think to myself, okay, if this was like, this was just so dark, but I think if this was literally our last conversation, would this matter? And usually the answer is no, so I just like apologize and get over it. That's like very dark and sad. But that's what I think about with like a lot of things. Like I think like, not even just with you, like if I, with my mom, with my friends, I think like, okay, at the end of the day, does this really matter?
This is how I want my last moment with you to be.
Yeah, maybe that says something about me. What's something you're proud of?
About our relationship or just anything?
It can be both. You can answer for both ways.
I'm proud that we've made it 4 years.
We made it.
Made it.
Made it through life 4 years.
I'm proud of how we are raising John Henry.
Yeah, me too. Oh, we have a 2.5-year-old. I mean, they know that.
He's older than 2.5 now, but yeah.
Oh yeah, he's almost 3, basically.
But I'm very proud of how we're doing with John Henry.
Yeah, I'm proud of it too.
You're doing.
Thank you. I'm proud of the dad you are. I'm proud, I've never actually said this out loud, but I'm very proud of how we treat each other. I think that it's really unique how, I'm going to talk about this week actually, how open we are with each other and how we have a lot of grace for each other. I feel like we really work hard at just letting the other person be and trying to see from each other's side. But I'm really proud of like just our marriage as a whole.
Yeah. What's
your favorite thing to do together?
Just sit. Just sit on the couch.
For couch potatoes. We just like love watching a show.
I like going out too.
Yeah.
Like when we first got married, how
oh,
often
yeah.
we went out and we spent so much money.
Well, when we were first dating, when we first got married, it was COVID. So
True.
We were home a lot then. But dating, we were out all day, every day. Like eating out every day.
Yeah. I like going
multiple times a day.
I like going out to eat.
Yeah. There was one date we had and we went to Cracker Barrel. We went to the mall and got Jamba Juice. And then we went to lunch at Friendly's. Like all before 5 o'clock. Like that's like disgusting. I remember I was like still full at Friendly's, but we like ate anyways. Yeah. What's one favorite thing about each other?
One favorite thing?
Yeah. Doesn't be your top favorite, but just like what is a favorite thing? What's one of your favorite things?
I like how you are giving and generous.
Thank you.
You always want to do something nice for someone else, and I like that. That's one of my favorite things, because I don't think that's natural for me.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see why you think that. Thank you. My favorite thing, probably my top favorite thing about you is how kind you are. David's just literally an angel. I say that to everyone I meet about David. Like that's the first thing I say if someone says like, oh, what's your husband like? I'm like, oh, he's just like literally an angel. No one doesn't like David. But you're just naturally kind and you just let people be and you don't get offended by anything and you just enjoy where you're at, which I think is really cool. What's one thing your partner does that makes you feel appreciated?
Just telling me that you appreciate me. Like,
I thought you were gonna say
simple.
getting me a drink, not making me get off the couch. Yeah, same. I like just hearing it, I guess.
Just hearing it.
Yeah. Am I the type of person you pictured being with when you were younger? Like personality-wise?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
What did you picture being with?
Probably someone who has like the same
like demeanor.
Yeah, as myself.
Yeah.
Like you were a lot more outgoing when we first started hanging out.
Oh, like more than I am now, you mean?
I mean, now, like, we have our house and...
Yeah. Oh, I like extrovert, like...
You're still extroverted.
Yeah.
You're still more extroverted than I am.
Yeah, I am. I'm more introverted than I was. Is that the right way to say it?
I just think our circumstances are different.
Yeah, we're just like home with our baby now.
So you would rather be out?
Yeah, I have FOMO so bad.
I would rather just be in.
I would beg David, like, please come hang out, please.
Like, I don't feel like it.
No, you did. You said, okay. You said yes. And I think that's how your family knew you liked me, is because you actually were going out and about with me. Before we were talking, I'd get his sister to hang out, because his sister used to be just home with him all the time. And I'd be like, Faith, come hang out with us. And what did you say to her that one time?
As a joke, I wasn't serious. I was like, Faith's always hanging out with Abby. It's like, she's a bad influence.
I loved getting my friends together. I loved bringing friends that weren't already friends. Like, I love my friends, like, collide. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, church friends with school friends. Like, I just wanted all my people together at the same time. And I loved it. Let's see. Oh yeah, for me, same. I kind of pictured myself with someone really outgoing, but my mom always said that I would be with someone not as outgoing, like someone more like her. Because I'm a lot like my dad, and you're a lot like my mom.
You say opposites attract.
Yeah. We do balance each other out really well with that, I think. This is like a very general question, but I'll let you answer this. I don't need to answer this one. What is the single most important thing to have in a relationship? What do you think?
Love.
This is like trust, respect, etc. Love. I think love is better. Like love covers all those things.
I think love encompasses all of those.
What do you think makes
because there's different kinds of love, right?
Yeah.
So I think like there's the romantic love, which we have. There's like the friendship kind of love, which we have, and then like the Bible talks about unconditional love, and that's
we have that too.
We have that.
Yeah. Are you hungry? Yes. Stomach just growled. What do you think makes relationships last? We're almost done.
Love.
And you're gonna say that? What would you do if you had that?
I don't know why.
Why?
Because love never fails.
It never gives up. Never runs out. Is that what you're saying? Is that the joke you're making?
Yeah.
Oh, I just got a text that distracted me. What would you do if you had the opportunity to change jobs tomorrow?
If I had the opportunity to change jobs tomorrow.
Like if you could pick any job tomorrow, what would you pick? And they would say yes and give you what you needed money-wise. And
would I automatically have the skills too?
They train you. Like you would just get put right in, kind of. Like if you could just pick any, like what's your dream job basically? If you could choose.
I don't know.
You don't know?
My dream job. I mean, like, back in the day, I always wanted to be like a doctor, medical professional, but I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
I like my job now.
That's a good answer then. Like if you like your job, that's just what you would pick. Like you would like to be from home more, I would think.
Like, yeah, I wish I could work from home more.
Are you comfy in your way?
No, I'm not comfy. I'm sinking.
You scooch up.
I don't know. Just like if I could work from home, work for myself. I don't know what kind of business I would run.
My dream job would be to get paid to do nothing. Just kidding. Actually, my dream job would be...
My dream job, to play in the NBA.
Is that when you said what you said when you were little?
Making 40 mil.
Like, do you think you're gonna be a basketball player when you grow up?
I think every little boy says that.
Do you think you're gonna be a basketball or baseball player when you're little?
Both.
Both?
I thought I had the skills to do both.
Oh, you literally thought both? You're like, in the winter I'll do this?
Either or.
Oh.
But I did not have the skills.
What is something great you've learned from me, your partner?
Something great I've learned about you or from you?
From you.
From you?
From me.
I've learned how to be a husband.
That is a great characteristic to learn. Okay, next question.
Wait, no. Let's go back. Let me think. What's one thing I've learned from you? I've learned, well, like I said, number one, I've learned how to be more like outgoing and social. Like I don't have any problems going out. Not that I did before. I just never.
Yeah, I don't think you really had like social anxiety.
I just never didn't
want
to.
to.
And there wasn't anything I enjoyed. But now I enjoy it. I like going out.
Oh, good.
And like I was saying about being generous, like I think I've learned from you.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say the same thing. I have learned the opposite. Like I've learned to just enjoy like quiet time at home, and we like really balance each other out, I think, with extrovert versus introvert.
So I'm turning into you.
We are one.
You were turning into me.
Yes. Especially like after postpartum and like just having a baby. We've got a really good balance, I think. Do you think?
I agree.
What did you learn from your parents about love? What's one thing you learned from your parents about love?
That love is more than a feeling that you have.
Yeah.
It's a choice, and it is actions that you take.
Yeah.
Actions that you do for each other. Things that you do. It's what you do.
I meant to. It's what you do. Verb. It's what you do.
Verb. It's what you do.
I meant to write about love and marriage. So what's one thing you learned from your parents about marriage?
Same thing. That marriage isn't just something that you go into like because you have some feeling about a person. Marriage is like a commitment. It takes work.
Covenant.
It's a covenant.
My battery's gonna run out. We gotta get done soon. It's a choice, and same thing. Like my parents, they just had unconditional love and kept their covenant to each other. How has parenting changed your relationship? I don't really feel like it has. Has it?
Yeah, I think it. I don't know.
I don't know either.
About our relationship? No, our relationship's the same.
I mean, I feel like with time you just grow closer anyways, but
it hasn't affected us negatively.
No, yeah.
If anything, it's brought, like, I think I could say that having John Henry and being parents is a joy.
Yeah. And it's brought us closer, I think.
Yeah.
Like, we don't feel like, I mean, we can cut this out if you want, but I saw someone post the other day that they weren't in the roommate phase, they just needed a trip away. I don't think we've ever had like a roommate phase. Do you know
like
what I mean?
us?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. I feel like if anything, there's times where like, especially like being the mom, you just want to control everything your baby is receiving and doing, and like correction wise and whatever. I feel like for me, parenting has taught me to just like let you be the man, let you be the dad. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like I feel like before I didn't really have an opportunity to like give you final say on things. But I feel like with having John Henry, I have more opportunity to be like, okay, well, whatever, like we have to do what Dada says, or we have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a couple things I feel like you feel strongly about that don't really matter, that aren't as important to me, but because they matter to you, I've like learned to submit that. I've learned to submit more as with parenting. That's the only thing I can think of that's really changed though. I didn't really have a reason to submit before. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
But maybe I should have had a reason, I don't know. I feel like I've always submitted to you pretty well, I don't know.
I feel like there hasn't been anything where it's like, where you needed to like choose between submitting or not. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like we've been pretty much like
We grew up really similarly.
On the same level. Well, yeah, that's true. Like we have the same values.
Yeah. Like I feel like our parents.
So like I think decision making is easy for us.
Yeah. Our parents like are very different, but they're also just like very much the same. Like they're dynamic between each other and oh, leave your cards. I feel like that we brought that into like the dynamic of like, not that I do everything for you, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like, I don't know, our parents had similar dynamics. I feel like we have a similar dynamic to them as well. I would say, when you say you have a similar dynamic to them?
I think so.
Yeah. What are you most grateful for in your relationship?
I can't say that there's just one thing. I'm just very grateful all around.
Yeah, same. This is the last one I have written, but not for any specific reason. But what do you think is the best way to strengthen a relationship?
The best way?
That's what it said. I just found this like the last few on Pinterest.
I think having good communication
Yeah.
is the best way. Learning to listen
Mm-hmm.
and not always having to like not being so quick to say your opinion or
Like get the last word in.
yeah, it's like learning to listen, and I think that's probably the most important thing in communication.
Yeah. I feel like we're really good about like taking our time to get through a conversation too. Like in the past, like just compared to like family relationships, not like anyone else, but like say if like me and my brother were fighting or something, I would just kind of like just like say whatever came off the top of my head. But I feel like we're very like, we work really hard to say the right thing, even if we are mad or upset. And if we say the wrong thing, we apologize really quickly about it. Because like I said, I'm always thinking, if this is the last conversation we ever had, I feel terrible. But
That's all of them?
that was all of them, yeah. Oh, our timeline, we didn't talk about like the rest of our timeline. Like when we got engaged, married, anything like that.
That's too long of a question.
Okay, so
Because we dated for a long time.
We dated for a couple years.
We were engaged for a long time.
we weren't engaged for that long. We dated for a couple years. So we talked from 2016 to 2017. June of 2017, we started dating. Was what we called dating, but we have been dating all that year. But David asked me to be his girlfriend in June.
I asked your dad.
Oh yeah, he talked to my dad. He talked to my dad in June. I'm sure my dad appreciated it though. But he talked to my dad in June of 2017. And then he proposed June of 2019. And then we were gonna get married June of 2020, but then COVID happened, so we just like bumped it up to April and did a little, we were gonna have a whole big shebang wedding. And then my wedding shower was April 25th. And then since everything was closed down, we're like, why wait? Because we can't have anybody there anyway. So we took my shower weekend.
Wedding planning.
So I remember being with him at my apartment, which was then our apartment eventually. But like, I remember being like, this sucks. I'm sick of planning. I wish we could do it small, because this is just like too much. It's just so annoying. And then literally the next week, the world shut down. Like it was a Wednesday night. I remember I was after church and I was like, this is just so annoying. I don't want all these people there, but I feel like I have to invite people there. I wish we could just do it, just have the day just truly be about us. Because it was starting to feel like it wasn't, it was just a whole big to-do. I know every bride starts to feel like that, but I wanted to feel like just special and intimate. And then the world shut down. So like, this is our chance to do it small.
You're the cause of COVID.
Yeah, don't say that. That's terrible, no. I didn't pray for COVID or anything. I just said I wish we could do our wedding small. So then we got married the weekend I was supposed to have my wedding shower. I only told like some friends. And we had my parents, my grandpa did the ceremony. So my parents, my grandparents, my two brothers, David's sister, and David's parents. And then we had our photographers still come from Albany. Shout out to Kiara and Joe.
Yeah.
We love them. We love those photos. But they came from Albany and they took our photos. And because we didn't have a reception, we had them all day. So we did like a apartment photo shoot. We went and got ice cream at our favorite like ice cream shop and got pictures done there. We got like all the photos we could have wanted, I think.
Very happy with them.
Yeah, it was so fun. And the day just felt like so special. Cause it was, and like everyone who was there says the same thing too. Like it was just truly about, like my mom always said, she was just Abby and David. Like it was just truly about them. So it was a fun day.
It was a good day.
So we got married in 2020, had John in 2021, and then here we are.
4 years?
4 years married, whole high school career.
Whole college career.
No, my college career is longer than that.
I've been graduated.
Yeah.
I graduated from college 3 times. As long as we have been together or hanging out, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Right?
3 times? No, we've only been together for like 7 years.
Oh. Never mind.
But since high school, you could have been, because you graduated in 2010, right?
Yeah.
14. Yeah, you could have been graduated college 3 times since high school. Is that what your brain was trying to do?
Maybe.
But that's our Q&A. Did you like that? Was that fun?
That's fine.
I would like to do a podcast together. I think that'd be fun. But I don't really have like a...
What are you going to talk about?
Exactly. I don't have like a set topic to talk about.
I'm not a huge talker anyway.
Okay. You talk.
Yeah, but I mean, if we did a podcast, it would be like 15 minutes.
No, I don't think it would. I'm saying like I would love to find topics that we could just chat about on a podcast, and I think we would talk for a long time. But like I just don't know what the podcast niche would be. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like we have really good conversation, us, but
it goes between us.
Exactly. I know, but I think the stuff we talk about is worth hearing, I think, but I just don't know what our niche would be.
Yeah, I know.
So this is me fulfilling my dream by bringing him on for a Q&A.
It's been great.
But now we're gonna go get dinner because John's with my mom. We can go on a little date.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm starving too. We haven't had a date in like months and months. Feels like. Well, no, we went to the wedding 3 weekends ago.
Yeah, that was a fun wedding.
Does that count as a date though?
I think it does.
So yeah, it's only been a few weeks. But thanks for watching. If you liked David on, comment below because we can do more sit down chatty videos. I would love to do more. And for the dream job question, my dream would be to have David on my YouTube channel and get paid to do this and do work together. That's what my dream would be. But you don't want to do that. It's not David's dream. Just kidding. That's not nice to say. Is it your dream?
I have a dream. She's got a dream.
He's got a dream.
I can't see that. Is this on camera?
Yeah, right there. I hope you got to know us more, and I hope you enjoyed seeing us interact, because I feel like you really only see like tidbits.
Just you and John Henry?
Yeah, it's literally just me. Well, you've been in a lot of my videos, but like you were in the wedding one. Like I vlogged the wedding.
I mean, but like,
You're just like
I'm
there.
just there.
Yeah. But
like, what does he do? What's he doing? He just walks around.
With his hood up.
With his hood up, his hat on.
John Henry was wearing his hood yesterday and he said, like Dad. But I hope it was fun to see us interact, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
All right, we love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.